Hey, I'm coming to you from the Possibility Action Network with a philosophy of I am, I can, I will. Today, I want to talk with you about the power of a single desire. I'm Stephen Middleton, and I want to invite you to take a look at your life right now. And as you scan your life, I want you to ask yourself, have you gotten everything or virtually everything that you truly wanted? That you did not see obstacles, that you did not see unsurmountable mountains when you wanted a certain thing. And I think that when you have identified something that you truly want, you activate a power. And that power is what I am calling desire. Desire is a force. Desire is a force that allows you to actually climb mountains. Any task, any desire that a person is clear about is as if the universe conspires with that person to help that person accomplish it. You know, history bears this out. When I look at the Revolutionary Era, for example, and consider the colonists and their response to Britain, Patrick Henry, as he evaluated what they were up against, the British Army, the greatest army on the planet in the 1700s. But Patrick Henry was at a point where he was able to say, give me liberty or give me death. That is, Henry and those who joined him had a strong desire. They were clear about what they wanted. There's another story that I take from history about this that involved a woman named Margaret Garner. Are you familiar with the Margaret Garner story? Margaret Garner in the 1850s was enslaved in Kentucky. She and her family had this strong desire for freedom, but they were up against it. They were up against the slave laws of Kentucky. They were up against federal law, which enforced the enslavement of people of African descent. They were up against a slaveholder who was determined to keep them in bondage. But Margaret Garner and her family had this burning desire for freedom. The story says that in the winter of 1857, the Ohio River was frozen over because of a violent storm that came through the Kentucky-Ohio region. Now, to many people, they had to stay in their homes. They had to stay in their shacks. They could not go outside. But Margaret Garner and her family saw it as an opportunity. They got a horse, hitched it to a sleigh, drove it to the Ohio River. And the newspapers reported that they walked across the river as if the river was dry land. Margaret Garner and her family had a strong desire. They had a burning desire for freedom, and they pursued that burning desire. And the universe conspired to freeze the Ohio River so that they could walk across it. I've looked at the Ohio River, and the Ohio River is at least 1.5 miles long, perhaps even 2 miles long. So they treaded over the ice. Garner holding her infant baby in her arms to make it to Ohio. Of course, the Garners were ultimately captured. They were taken back into slavery, but nonetheless, she was able to stretch out to try to achieve what she wanted. You know, there's another story that all of you are familiar with. It goes back to the book of Exodus, where Moses was commissioned by God to lead the people out of Israel. You know the story very well. The children of Israel got to the Red Sea. And the Red Sea simply represents a barrier. It represented an obstacle that they faced. Now, it doesn't matter whether you believe that God opened up the Red Sea or not. But here is the point. The point is they were willing to throw themselves into the sea. They wanted to be liberated from Pharaoh so strongly they were able to jump into the Red Sea. Another way to look at it is that the Red Sea, once their desire was stronger than their fear, that the Red Sea actually disappeared. You know, my sacred book says that you have not because you want not. That is, your desire has to be strong. If you want a thing bad enough, the universe will conspire to help you get it. That's my message to you today. I'm not going to make this personal about my life, but my life illustrates that, and I know this is true about your life. Send me a message. Start a conversation in the text. Send me an email. Let me know if you're willing, if you're interested in talking with us about the Possibility Action Network. That's my message for today. Enjoy the rest of your day.